Hello everyone and welcome back here. Alright, before we start doing anything else, I just want to mention something here. When you create interior scene or exterior scene, and after you create the structure, it's important to add a 3D figure to compare whatever thing you want to add, to compare it with it. For example, you can add a human body here. And that's for me, as I think it's important. Alright, I want to add a human figure here, and I want to use a tool. It's called a Blender Kit. If you go to this website, Blender Kit, you can find this add-on. It's very beautiful add-on, and it comes with a lot of free models and paid one as well, and tons of materials. The material is totally free to use. To download the add-on, you can use this button right here, download Blender Kit. After you download this on your computer, you can go back to Blender and go to Edit and then Preferences, and you can go to the add-on section and open this arrow right here and choose Install from Disk. Search for the add-on and install it. After that, you can activate the add-on like this, and then now if you hit N from the keyboard, you will find the Blender Kit right here. After that, go to this area right here and log in. But if you want to log in, you should have an account. So if you don't, just sign up, or you can use the website itself to sign up. From here you can register. You can register with your Google account, or you can add your email and create password, and that's it. After that, when you hit login, the browser page of the add-on itself, it will be opened, and it will ask you to authorize login. Just hit authorize, and that's it. After that, if you are in the object mode, you will find this menu right here, or this search bar. For example, if I select this geometry and if I tap to go to the edit mode, it will be disappeared. But if you are in the object mode, it will be there. For example, I want to search for a human and I want to see the 3D models. You can use this eye right here, just activate it like this to see the model. As you can see here, we have this lock. That means these models, you can't download them unless you pay for them. But we want to use the free models that comes with this tool. To do that, just go to this filter right here and active the free first. And now we can see all the free models first. After that, just go to the search and type human. Hit enter. And now we have a lot of 3D models here, human. If you want to go to the next page, just hit this 3 arrow to take you to the next page. For me, I will download this figure here. Just click and drag, and let's put it right here. I'm doing that because I just want to see whatever thing I want to model, I want to compare it with the human being. For me, that's important. After that, you can turn this off and hit N to close this panel. Alright, now I think we are ready, and I guess we can start with the ground. After creating the floor, we can take care of the windows. I think that makes sense. So to create the floor, you can copy the faces we got right here, these faces here, and we can use them. So to select these faces, you can go to the side view, to the front view if you like, and hit Z to go to wireframe, and let's go to the face selection mode and select all of these faces like that. Now we have them selected. After that, you can hit Shift D to the Z and move those down here, for example, temporarily, and then hit P and then S, and that's it. and now we just separated these. P to open the separate menu, and choose S to separate the selected faces. After that, you can tab out and select this new geometry we got right here. After that, we need to snap this here. All right, to do that, just grab this, hit G to move, hit Z to move this to the Z axis, and then hit B to pick a certain point and move it up until you reach this point, and then hit click again. That's it. All right, that's very cool. Now you can tab again, go to the edge selection mode, alt click to select these edges, and if you see any edges not selected, hold shift and add them manually like that, and then hit F to create a face. Now we got the floor. After that, just check the design again, go to the right view. Here we have this small stairs, multiple steps. Let's try to create them. Let's go to the top so we can see something here. All right, that's very cool. Select the ground, tab, hit Z to go to wireframe, and I just want to create a cut using the knife tool here. I will hit a K to activate the knife tool, and I will click one click here and go to the side. And if you want to make the cut to be straight, just hit A and then hit click again and then hit enter to confirm. After that, this new edge, we can grab it like that and hit G and move it to this line. If it is difficult for you to see, you can select the image and increase the opacity just a little bit. All right, now we got this new edge here. After that, you can select this face, go to the face selection mode, select this one, and you can use it. You can duplicate it and use it. Hit shift with D to take a copy like that, and then hit right click to leave it in the same place, and then hit P and then S to separate it. Tab out, select this new face, tab again. All right, now we got it. Here we have some vertices we don't need. For example, this one and this one. Just grab them, hit Ctrl X and dissolve them. All right, that's very cool. All right, now hit A, and you can go to face and choose solidify face, and you can push it on the other side like that. Just go to the right view just to determine the height, and let's move this down just a tiny bit until this reach this edge right here, and that's it. Very cool. All right, now after doing that, now we can see where the ground will reach, and after that we can close this area of the window. So let's see how can we do that. We can select the structure and tab to go to the edit mode, and we can go to the right, for example, and we can use the knife tool again. Hit K, and you can click from outside, one click, and go to this side. Hit A to make the cut straight, and hit C this time, C, to cut through the whole geometry. After that, hit click again and enter to confirm the cut. And now we got this. After that, you have the ability to control this new edge. All right, seems like we got a problem right here. All right, this area is closed for some reason. Let's go to the local mode so we can understand what's going on here exactly. All right. Or sometimes problem happens. All right, let's try to do that again. Let's see what's going on here. I just want to see where is the problem exactly. I will create another cat like that. All right, it's working. So if that happened, just create another line and another level, and I think that will help to avoid this problem. Anyway, after doing that, and after creating this edge, you can go to the edge selection mode and determine the height. So this edge should reach the ground, as you can see right here, the next level, this one. I will hit G to the Z and move this new line and hold Control to snap it with the corner here, with this vertex. Just keep in mind to activate the vertex snap. And now we got it. After that, now you can select this face with this face to connect them. Right click, choose a bridge, and you can do the same for the rest. Something like that, I guess. And the same thing for this area. And I guess this area as well. All right, that's very cool. All right, now I think we can start with the steps. Let's see how can we create them. Okay, now we can go to the top view. Easy to go to wireframe to understand what's going on here. The design is very easy. All what you should do is just follow these lines, and that's it. So let's see how can we do that. Well, first let's start with the guide. I will grab the floor and tab, and I will select this vertex because I want to bring the 3D cursor right here. Hit Shift S and bring the 3D cursor here because I want to create an empty. Or by the way, you can add it on the ground. That will work as well. Just hold Shift, hold right click, and move the mouse on the ground. It will be sticked to the ground. And then hit Shift A to add, and just add empty like that. All right, it's not on the ground. Okay, it's not a problem. Hit G to the Z and move the empty up, hold Control and snap it with this corner, and now it's on the ground. I guess if we use this tool, I think this tool will achieve that. Yep, I guess that. Anyway, scale this empty and make it small. I just want it to be a guide, that's it. And I will duplicate this with a distance with 15 centimeter as a distance. Shift D to the Z and type 15 and then hit enter. And I want to repeat that again and again. You can hit Shift R to repeat the last action. Shift R and Shift R again until this empty reach this edge. Shift R again. All right, and now let's make a comparison. Let's see from the right view if this goes above or now it's aligned or not. Well, I guess it's not aligned, but it's easy to fix. All what we need to do is just select the ground and the structure as well, and I tab, and then go to the right, select these vertices, all of them, and just move these up just a tiny bit, key to the Z, and snap them with the empty. I know we have some difference here, but it's not a problem. All right, that's very cool. Now we can go to the top and see how can we do that. You can start with the cube if you prefer and keep extruding that. That will work. So let's use the 3D cursor. It's on the ground. Shift A to add, and I will add a cube. and I will change the size to 15 centimeter, I guess. And I just want to move this cube up and snap it with this first empty. G to the Z, and then hit B to pick this point and snap it with that one, and it's perfectly now on the ground. Tab, and let's see, I guess we can delete these faces, we don't need them. Even this one, I guess we don't need it for now. XF and get rid of it. And yeah, this one as well, I don't want it. And let's use this edge. You can just push it a little bit, and now we have something. Let's go to the top, go to vertex selection mode to see better. Hit Z to go to wireframe, and now let's start with these. I will move this back until it be aligned with this, and let's move this one and snap it with the wall like that. And let's move this vertex as well. Hit G and let's move it right here. And let's hit E to extrude this over here. One more extrusion right here, and you can snap it with the wall. And let's just try to get better result like that. Alright, that's very cool. Now we got this result. Alright, that's very cool. Alright, after that we can select these edges like that and go to the top. Alright, you can ignore this one for now. You can hit E to make one extrusion like that. Alright, this extrusion should go 30 centimeter and minus. So just hit 30 minus and then hit enter. Alright, that's very cool. Now I can move this vertex just a little bit away from this edge. Something like that. And I guess we can grab this one and hit G and move it right here. And I guess we can snap this one with this vertex. Just hit G to the X, hold Control and snap it like that. And you can fill this area with a face. Just select these three faces, or sorry, three edges, and then hit F. Alright, don't worry about this taper, we will do that later. Alright, after that, let's select these three edges and extrude them up and snap them with this empty. Hit E to the Z, hold Control and snap it right here. Now we got the second step. You can do the same thing here. Grab this with this, extrude them just a little bit like that. Grab this vertex with this vertex, just move them a tiny bit like that, and make sure this the step dimension is correct. Alright, I guess, yeah, it's correct. And now you can grab these three edges and then hit F to connect them. And now you can select those again and hit E to the Z and snap it with this fourth empty, I guess. And now we can do the same thing. I will hit E and extrude this and snap it like that. I know we have some variation, but we can fix it. Don't worry about this. I will grab this vertex with this vertex and move it just a tiny bit like that. And grab this edge and hit F to create a face right there. So yeah, now we got this result. But I just want to make sure that what I'm doing is correct. You can add another guide here. Just put the 3D cursor over here, or maybe here. Alright, right here. And you can add an empty again. And you can snap it with the edge. Just move this to the Y, hold Control and snap it like that. You can scale it as well, make it small. And from the top, you can duplicate this multiple times. Hit Shift D to the Y and just type 30 centimeter. Hit Enter and hit Shift R again and again, multiple times. I think that this one, we don't need it. You can delete it if you like. You can go beyond 30 centimeter, it's okay. And now I will select these stairs and tab and manipulate them. Alright, I will select these edges or vertices and hit G to the Y, hold Control and snap this one here. I can do the same for these. Snap this one here and this one as well. Snap it to this empty. All right. And you can use these empty again. Just grab them and deselect the other geometry, and you can use them right here. Hit Shift D to take a copy right here. And I guess we can snap them here. Just hit G and then B, grab this point and snap it here. All right. And now let's fix this area as well. Go to wireframe, grab this, hold Control, snap it. And the same thing for this one and this one as well. All right, so this is the result that we got. It's cool, but we can go beyond it. It's not necessary to stick with the design. We can create something different if you like. For example, I can grab these vertices and move them like that. It's okay to do that. All right, and I think we can leave those right here. And for the steps, it's not necessary to stick with 30 centimeter. We can make this a little bit wider. In this case, if you want to do that, you can use the 3D cursor as a pivot point. I switched this to 3D cursor. You can put the 3D cursor right there, snap it there. And for example, you can grab these vertices with those right here. You can scale them like that. It's okay to be a little bit wider. This will make the design a little bit better and more beautiful. Something like that will be nice. And you can compare this with the human being. Just hit Shift D and take a copy, and let's put this one right here, for example, and let's move this up here. Something like that. And you can see the step as compared with his foot. It's cool. Yeah, it's nice. And if you like, you can go even beyond that. Something like that. And for this side, you can put the 3D cursor right here, hold Shift, right click, and then hold Control to snap the 3D cursor right here. Grab these vertices like that and scale those back like this. All right, that's very cool. And now if you like, you can grab this, hit E, and snap it right here, and then grab this with this, hit F to create a face right here. Or you can move this vertex and snap it here, or let's say weld it here. Just hit M to open the mirror menu, or sorry, select the first vertex, hold Shift to grab the last one, hit M, and choose merge at last like that, and done. All right, for me, I prefer this result. All right, looks cool. In case you want to add a curve here, you can grab these edges like that and hit Control B, and you can create a curve. And let's see if that looks nice. Well, yeah, it's very cool. It's up to you if you want to do that. All right, I think we can get better results if we use the clamp overlap and push this all the way to the end, I guess. Yep, looks nice. All right, now I will grab this and go to the local mode so I can see what we should do here. If you want to fill this area, it's something simple to do. Just start grabbing these edges and extrude them down and active the auto merge, because now if you extrude this, for example, if you hit E and hold Control to snap this one right here, it will be merged automatically if you have this option active. This one right here. All right, now I will grab this edge as well with this one, hit E to the Z, to extrude this to the Z, hold Control and snap it right here, and now it's merged, as you can see. Go to the edge again, grab those 3 of them, hit E to the Z, and snap this one right here. And we can do the same thing right here. And there is a different scenario if you prefer. Grab this vertex, E to the Z, hold Control, snap it with this one, grab this with this, hit F, and now let's select the entire edge loops here, hit F to fill it. But the difference is here we have just one solid face, and here we have this area with edges. It's up to you to use this technique or this one. One more thing here maybe we can do. Actually, we don't need all of these edges. We can get rid of them. For example, I can pick all of these edges and those here as well and hit Control X to dissolve them. It's okay to do that. And I guess we can do the same thing here to dissolve these edges. Just select them like that, hit Control X. You can get rid of them. And those right here as well. Control X. And those as well. And you can end with this result. And if you care about this this area, you can fill it as well. You can select this edge, hold Control, and keep selecting these edges until you reach the end, and just hit F to create a big face. It's up to you if you want to add this or remove it. Alright, let's hit slash to excite, and let's see what else we can do here. Alright, the result looks nice. Very cool. For any reason, if you want these steps to be even smoother, you have the ability to do that. For example, we can see here the smoothness in this area is not quite perfect. For example, right here, we can fix that, by the way. You can select, for example, this edge, hold Control and grab this one to select the entire edge loop. Hold Shift to add this one, and then hold Control and grab this one. And you can understand now what I'm doing. I'm just selecting these edges. And you can use a tool, it's called Loop Tool. Just go to the Edit, and then Preferences, and go to the extensions and search for Loop Tool. And just install the Loop Tool like that. If you hit install and the browser page opened, just click and drag the add-on inside Blender and install it. Or Blender will search for it and install it for you. After installing the Loop Tool, now you can exit from here. And now when you select these edges and then hit right click, the Loop Tool will be right here. After that, you can use the relax option right here. After that, you can hit Shift R to repeat that again and again until you get something smooth. All right, now it's become smoother, as you can see. All right, I will do the same thing for this one, but I will delete this close edge. I don't want it. And let's try to select the edges starting from here and end here. Let's see if that will make any difference. Right click, relax, hold Shift R to repeat this again and again. All right, looks cool. I will add this one and this one. Right click, relax, hit Shift R again and again. All right, looks nice and smooth. All right, let's do that again here. I will delete this one, and let's grab these edges like that, and right click, and you can choose relax. And you can manipulate the iteration. You can go to 5 if you like. Hit Shift R to make the smooth a little bit stronger. Very cool. All right, now it's become smooth. Maybe we can go to the first one and make it even smoother. Right click, choose relax, use 5 as iteration to make the smooth work stronger. Shift R to repeat that. All right, that's very cool. We can now tab out, and now the result looks very cool. All right, I think that's it for this video. I will end it here and see you in the next one.